lightning strikes. Now, there have been a lot of people who have been talking about how the lightning is, the thunder and the lightning. It does not sound normal where they're at. It doesn't. And this right here, look, lightning strikes will surge with climate change. Let me see if I can be heard over here. I'm going to come over here to this and check it out on this YouTube channel because the last time I did it, I wasn't able to get any volume because something happened to my volume. Let me see if I can hear myself. Hello, Danny Lovett. Okay, we got volume. This is perfectly fine. Hello, Mickey Honey. Psychic Kimmy. Kaleidoscope Linda. Soul Search and Rescue. You all look at this. So lightning strikes will surge with climate change. Now, if you remember a while back, we did a lightning strike map. And in fact, NASA has been studying lightning strike data. Lightning is plasma that comes to the earth, like lightning bolts and stuff like that. It's plasma that can jump on the power lines and travel all the way across during certain lightning storms, and they pop the transformers as they're going across. Remember seeing all of that kind of stuff happening when the wild weather events would occur? Well, that's what we're talking about. Lightning. It's an increased activity from the sun also. You think that plays a role? Quite possibly does. We got heat lightning too, so things are heating up. We got a lot of electricity in the air, electrons. We got a plasma apocalypse that we probably will see, and that plasma apocalypse will cause an apocalyptic event when it comes to electricity. You just think you're going to have supercharged electricity all over the place, and you wouldn't want to be near anything because you might get yourself electrocuted. I'm just saying it's the truth. Hello, Applebrooks honey. I want to come over here. Let me see if I can get over here to this lightning map. I want you to look at this. I think we've got it going on. You just let me know if I can be heard. I'll let myself know if I can be heard. I'm going to come over here and flip it. I think we've got it going on. Okay, we do. Look at this. In one area, this is like 23,590. We've looked at these before. It's like massive. In some areas, where is 59,000? Did you see that? I saw the number 59,000 right here in this area, wherever this area is. I saw it briefly when the lightning strikes kind of faded away. Now it's 34,000 because it's in a smaller block. You got 22,000, but this said 59,000 right around this area. And I'm trying to see what it says. I need to get my magnifying glass out, you all, so I can see it better. Hold on. Where is my magnifying glass? Let me look at this. I am trying to see this lightning strike. I'm going to try to see what it says right there in that area where it's centered. If the lightning would die down some, I can't see it, but look at all the lightning coming from that one spot. It's too much. I can't see the number above it. It's the rods of gods. Now, we started showing this around 2 years ago. It's right here centered in this one area. Wait a minute. Well, this looks like 48,000. Was that 48,000? That's near me. I don't got no lightning going on. I think that's near me. Let me see. There's Bloomington, Indiana up there. I guess that's Bloomington. I don't know. No, that's somewhere else. Where am I at on this map? You are. Evansville, Indiana's down here. Okay, Louisville, Kentucky. This area doesn't look like it's in Chicago. Decatur. Look at the lightning strikes. What is this pinpointed area right here? They're headed toward me. Well, Shelbyville, something, you all, what on earth? Decatur, Illinois. Okay, where is the Fermilab located? Look how the lightning stretch out all the way across here. Where is the Fermilab? What's it called? Bastivia. We want to know where Bastivia, Illinois is, because that's where the Fermilab is, and that Fermilab is really powerful. I'm going to go to Bastivia, Illinois on this Google Earth map. I'm going to pull it up because I want to see the lightning on there. You just hold on. We're going to find Bastivia, Illinois. You stop right there. We're going to type in Bastivia, Bastivia. Here we go. We got it right here. We're going to go to Batavia. Okay, I said Bastivia, but I mean Batavia. Let's look at it. Let's go to Illinois. I want to see where is it happening in Batavia, Illinois, I-47. This is where that Fermilab is like. It's right in Batavia, Illinois, around this area. It looked like a big farmland. Okay, so we got Clay Hill, Mazon, Seneca. Let's see where we're at on this map. I want to see if it's near where the lightning strikes are. Well, it's up there by Michigan. It is. All the way up here. Illinois 47, and then we come over here to the lightning strikes. I can't really see it. Decatur. It's kind of near there, you all. It's kind of in the middle. It is massive. Look at all the lightning detectors right here. That's a lot of electricity in one section. It really is. You got a lot of YouTube warnings on. Oh, Linda, honey, I thought you said a lot of YouTube warnings on the tornado show. Tornado warnings on the YouTube channel. Wow. This is wild, you all. It really is. Gina, honey, you look so wild up here yourself. That's fine. I can look wild. It's all right. We got this over here looking at this lightning strike. It looks centered right there. Why right there? Look at it. And if you notice these lightning strikes, let's bring it out. Look over here in Europe. Right over there. This area is getting bombarded too. If you're over there, look up there in Canada. It's wild. It's so wild. 24,800 in that corner, but I would love to see it a little bit. Did I see 73,000? Shoot, you all, I wish they'd let me see it. I got to be fast to look, and I can't see it that fast. Sometimes they could get up in the 100,000s of lightning strikes. Look how it's connected. All around this area, it's like supercharged. Now, they could be playing weather warfare. And look out here. This looks like this is near the Bermuda Triangle over here. What's out there? It's 12,000 some odd lightning strikes. There's nothing out there, but you see the lightning strikes are going to there. Boom. Right there. What is out there that would... They must have something out there. They really must. If you try to zoom up on these areas, we tried to zoom up on these areas before on this map right here. And then look at this area. What's this right here? Bermuda. Okay, here's Bermuda right there. All around Bermuda. Look at this supercharging thing. And what is this focused on? You know, they could have something out there. Look at this. This one right here is like a lightning detector thing, I think, right here. I'm wondering if these lightning detectors, if they also draw electricity to them. Now, they very well could draw electricity to them. They may tell you a different story, but look at this. This lightning strikes all over the place. Let's come up here in this area. Look by these islands. This looks like a spiral graph is what it looks like. And then if you come on over here, look at the squigglies. It looks like somebody has scribbled all over it. This is how far they're picking up the data from the lightning. Florida is the lightning capital of the world. And oh, what was it in Florida? There's something in Florida. There's something in Florida. Let's see. What was that? There's a lab in Florida. A magnet. I think it was Florida. Magnet lab in Florida. It ain't the right thing, but okay. National Mag Lab. Okay, we got it. We got it. The University of Florida. This right here used to be the largest national high magnetic field laboratory in the world until China passed them up. Right there. And this is in Florida. So no wonder Florida is the lightning capital of the world. Look at that. We did a video on this, and it was a rather long video, and it was established on October the 1st of 1994. The Mag Lab. Come over here and look at this, you all. Whether you want to look at it or not, this is where it's at right here, the Magnet Academy, the largest and highest powered magnet lab in the world. We got the real-time lightning. But you see down here, we don't got much lightning happening right there. That's right. You love the lightning storm in Florida, Psychic Kimmy, honey. Boom. Are we going to find out where the National Mag Lab is located? They got facilities all over the place, but we did this, you all. High temperature superconductor, resilience of new superconductor, natural organic matter molecules. Look at these facilities right here. Oh, this is going to tell you 1 lab, 3 sites, 7 user facilities from the National Science Foundation. These are where their partner things are right here. So look down here in this spot where Florida's at. It's like Los Alamos. You got one right there. There should be a lot of lightning strikes there. If we go there, there should be something right there in that one spot. Let's look. And up there around the bridge. There is. It's light around in this area. So it's going to draw electricity. It's interesting that you said that, the lightning capital of the world, because then over here you got it going on too. That's really, really interesting. It is. This right here, you all, this messes with the earth too. It really does. They come from all over the world to go to this place right here. Let me put it in here. I just want you all to have this for your reference. If I could even find the right tab to come into this live stream, see it. They're cutting the live chat. That's what they're doing. They're dropping people. National Mag Lab in Florida, you know, Mag Lab. You got it. You got it, you all. You see yourself over here. They've been dropping this thing right here. They don't want it to get above 175 people. They don't. Let me come over here to this other page. You can see it right here. It's all over the place. Come over here and look. And I know that CERN is over here in this one area, but this right here, it also gets a whole lot of lightning strikes. Look up here. This place is bombarded also. I often find myself wondering why the United States and why this area in Europe have the most lightning activity coming from. This, you're getting hammered over here by the Mediterranean, over here in this Europe area. You're really getting a lot of lightning stuff going over there. So I'm surprised your electricity is still on for you to be able to watch the YouTube. I really am. This is kind of wild. It is wild. Oh, YouTube does it all the time to this channel. They do it all the time. Because Gina's a bad girl, remember? Bad girl. We got bad people on here. We don't got the good people, according to them. Look at that. It's like, wow. All over the place. It truly is. You're bombarded with it. Lightning strikes. And if you come down here, let me shrink it down. If you come down here, let's see if they're reaching it. If you're getting anything in Australia. See, why would they have a lightning detector way down here? Right down here at this area. Why? Why have a lightning strike make its way all the way from up there, all the way down to that one area? Because that's exactly what it's doing. It's coming from up here. And it's getting transferred down here. It's literally bouncing all over the place. It bounces all the way over here to Australia. And then look over here near, is this Japan? Look over here. There's something going on right there in that one spot. Taiwan, Japan, I don't know my islands that well. Yeah, it's just, it's non-stop. Ask yourself why we got grids. Why grid lines everywhere, really? Sometimes in New Zealand they get it going on too, but they're not really picking on New Zealand today at all, but this seems to be the main areas right here. Right here. These areas of lightning strikes, and they're going to increase with the climate. As the sun heats up, as the earth heats up, you're going to see more and more and more lightning strikes and really bad weather. Is what you're going to see. Let me come over here. We got the National Mag Lab in Florida, the lightning capital of the world, is what it says. What was I going to do? I was going to click on something else and I can't really see it. How on earth am I going to get over to it? Let me look at this. Listen what they said. Lightning strikes will surge with climate change. roughly 50% rise in the thunderbolts over the next century. Thunderbolts. Thor's thunderbolts. Have you ever seen, and I know you have, you've seen lightning bolts come out of great big UFO ships in the sky. I know you've seen them because I've seen them. I've sat on the curb when the lightning was happening, and I took my camera when I sat with my friend that I worked with. We saw the lightning bolts coming down out of a UFO, and they had massive beings in them. They were creating the lightning bolts as it was coming down. They were. Bolstering the lightning bolts. The warming temperature is going to cause more lightning. Of course, it's going to heat it up. Look, this was in 2014 they wrote this. Well, they started studying the lightning bolts. When did NASA start studying lightning? NASA study of lightning. NASA. Okay. Study. Jenny, can you spell? Yes, I can. Study of lightning. Okay, they're going to fly their planes to investigate the lightning. Aircraft flies high and to investigate the lightning. They don't get electrocuted for some reason. They don't. Lightning continues to be studied by scientists and engineers who use a variety of everything. New look at Earth lightning at the Earth Lightning Observatory. The inner life of lightning. A lightning primer. See, that looks like a big UFO ship up there. Look at that. Right there. Hidden in that cloud. It looked like the ships are behind the clouds and they're letting down the lightning bolts. That's what it looks like. Now, this can be seen too. I've watched these and I've done videos on these right here. If you go to the ISS thing, these lights in certain areas, they look like there's like a great big mothership, and a lot of these start showing up in certain areas and they pop all over the place and you can see them glowing. Look, lightning from space station. Well, you can see, no, I think they're UFOs. That's what they look like because they literally pop all over the place. They're not regular lightning. Something is, when I look at that, I think, well, that's a UFO. Then look at this. What if lightning is a life form? What if it is a life form? If it's plasma, then it is certainly some type of a life form. Coming down out of the sky, it's alive. Look at that lightning and the fire. Okay, so if they say that lightning causes fires, remember that? Then it's can they make plasma look like, do weapons look like lightning? Can they do it? Can you do weapons, weapons of lightning? When the CIA considered weaponizing the lightning, they would not do anything like that. You know they wouldn't do anything like that. Thunderbolts. Well, we just read a thing about thunderbolts. Right here. Thunderbolts. Where was it? Bolstering bolts, warming temperatures. That's 2014. And then we find out the thunderbolts, this is more than 2 years old. Thunderbolts are traditionally the weapon of the gods. But in 1967, the CIA was wondering whether they too could draw down bolts of lightning from the heavens at will. The idea is contained in a proposal from a scientist sent to the CIA Deputy for Research Special Activities. I just had a deja vu. And passed on to the Chief of the Air Systems Division. The scientist's name has been redacted in the declassified document from the CIA's archive, but the proposal mentions a previous discussion with the CIA indicating that they were being taken seriously. The guided lightning concept is an observation of lightning path follows the ionized air, a step ladder. We got a lot of ionized air up there in the atmosphere. We really, really do. They suggest, look at that, typically around 300 million, 30,000 amps. It charges artificial leader would wire a few thousandths of an inch in diameter, several miles long. Wires would be inserted into the storms. Oh my gosh, are you hearing this? The scientists suggest that artificial leaders could cause discharges occur when and where we want them to. The artificial leader would be a wire a few thousandths of an inch in diameter and several miles long. How are they going to get them up there? Wires would be inserted into the storms by aircraft or rockets on a spool, and then they would unroll them by a drogue parachute, and lightning would follow down to the ground. That is so wild. Oh, they got, yeah, let me see what this is. Can I close out of this thing right here? I've never looked into that. I want to see the lightning. Look at this. Looks like a chemtrail. This looks like the chemtrail things that they lay in the sky. Just turn it to the side and make it a little squiggly, and that's what it looks like. Those cloud-like structures right there. Can you see it? Yeah, wherever they want to point it. Look at that lightning. It does. Look how it looks. This is the CIA. Triggered lightning created by DARPA. Project Nimbus. Work in Florida. The lightning capital of the world. The Project Nimbus in Florida, DARPA, and that is where, what is? In Florida, that is also where the Big Mag Lab is at, in Florida. And you can bet this goes underground, and you can bet DARPA is also working with that. Is this showing that over there, you all? I don't know what's going on with my screen. If you look at it on a cell phone, it doesn't redo like it's supposed to do. It doesn't. And it just don't do us right. It don't, but it's okay. We can watch it. I know we're a little bit behind. Do I got the Mag Lab? Okay, we got it up like that. Hello there, you all. So this is like a boom. So look at that. This method is possible because the main discharge will occur through the ionized surrounding the wire. The wire, like the leader, is only needed to get the lightning going, and it would still work even if it broke. It's like a light bulb, you all. The very fine filament, but you know, they got some really, that is kind of dangerous. It's like getting electrocuted with one of those zapper things that the police people use. Among the advantages, a relatively cheap barrage may lay down, and there should be little or no evidence as to what caused the lightning storm. The technique would allow the CIA to call down what looked like the wrath of God, the wrath of heaven. And he even caused, what did he cause to come down from sky in the full view of man? They could bring down the wrath of heaven on a target without giving away that they were behind it. It would certainly be a useful capability if it could be done. Okay, and would cause from heaven in full view. Revelation. As you see. I can't remember the thing. So he maketh, and he doeth great wonders, and so he maketh fire come down from heaven in the sight of men. He does great signs that he should even make the fire come down to heaven. Okay, so we got fire coming down. It could be the lightning bolts could do the things on fire. Okay, let me get that out of there, you all. But this is the CIA. The plan may not have seemed very far-fetched in 67. They planned this since 1967. The Air Force was already involved in weather modification with Operation Popeye, seeding the clouds in Vietnam in an unsuccessful attempt to increase the rainfall and disrupt the Ho Chi Minh Trail used to supply the Viet Cong. And we got the lightning strikes going on. If you're just tuning in, they are on another. Where are my lightning strikes? They're right here, you all. We got them going on. They're all over the place on this map right here. We got body snatchers. Yes, you got Jim Davis and the tasers got you for the neck. Ooh, that would be very, very painful. It would be painful. Oh my goodness. Well, I wanted to see what this article was saying about them. The CIA was keen on psychological operations invoking the supernatural. They wanted a scheme to persuade the Cubans that the second coming was imminent by having a submarine surface covertly and launch flares over Havana. This was called illumination by submarine. Did you all ever hear of that one? They wanted to make the Cubans believe that Christ's second coming was imminent, and they wanted to launch the flares over Havana. Was this it? I'm trying to see if this was it. That's Ho Chi Minh, the city's geography. The first time I wanted to see Havana. The CIA, Eisenhower, you're gonna go here, have this CIA document in the live stream. You go read about the CIA and all this stuff about the second coming of Christ. Right there, they're talking about Harry Truman and Eisenhower. Summary began production in 1946. Truman was pleased with the product. CIA bulletin. The new Kennedy administration confronted a full array of international issues in 1961, and in April, a group of CIA-trained Cuban exiles landed in the Bay of Pigs on the southern coast of Cuba with the goal of overthrowing Fidel Castro regime and establishing an anti-communist government. The outnumbered invading force was quickly repelled by Castro's troops. The year's reports were dominated by the worsening Congo crisis, with the fragmentation of the country widening despite the efforts of the United Nations and the U.S. concern over the high tempo of Soviet testing of their space vehicles and intercontinental ballistic missiles. The situation in Laos deteriorated as the communist Pathet Lao insurgency gained strength against the U.S.-backed Royal Lao government. I wanted to see where they were going to try to trick them into the second coming of Christ, and I thought that was going to be in here. What is this? This is their aircraft. It looks kind of wild. It kind of looks like a UFO. It's aerial intelligence. Collection platforms. Wow. Aerial intelligence in 1960s? U-2. Unmanned aerial vehicles. See, they already had it back then. They made it look like a great big bird flying around in the sky. Who we got right here? George Bush. Poland. We got the collapse of Europe. I did not get to see. I don't know where it was at, you all. How come? This was the Freedom of Information Act. Oh, they wanted to, you want to see that? The Operation Mongoose story of America's efforts to overthrow Fidel Castro in the 60s, the dawn of the Kennedy administration. I want to know where the second coming of Christ fit in. I wanted to know where that fit in. I said, we ain't going to be able to find it. You're going to have to go to the Atlantic to find it, you all, because they didn't do it right. I wanted to see the, look at that. What was the name of it? They can do that here too, you all. They can pretend that there is a second coming of Christ and make you think that it's going to happen, and you're going to get deceived. Just that simple. You're going to get deceived. They already going to try to do it on the Cubans in Cuba. They did. You can see right here. A psychological operation invoking the supernatural, such as a scheme to persuade the Cubans the second coming was imminent by having a submarine surface covertly and launch flares over Havana. What would the flares do? Oh, what would the flares do is what I'm trying to wonder. Cuba, second coming. Let's see. They might try this here too. They may. Here we go. Castro. Right there. Castro, the CIA. Sorry, the page you're looking for does not exist. They took it down. It doesn't exist. Why not? Well, you can see it right here. In the greatest failure of Kennedy's administration, the Cuban exiles invaded Cuba in April the 27th of 1961, but they were left to die at the Bay of Pigs without the promised U.S. support ever materializing. And on November the 30th, 61, a second attempt to overthrow him commenced. Well, they're not going to tell you how they tried to do it, you all. They're not. How do you think they did it? Okay, we got something. Here's like a submarine. They're going to make it look like Christ was coming. They had a Black Saturday in 62, known as the closest the world ever came to a nuclear catastrophe as the U.S. forces enforced a blockade to stop the deliveries. Well, you can't find that, you all. We're talking about the lightning strikes that are surging. Somehow, how on earth did we get on... How did we get on that, you all? How did we get on Cuba? We were talking about lightning strikes, and then we ended up on Cuba and the second coming of Christ. I have no idea how it happened. Oh, it's the CIA right here. The scientist involved appears to have been a senior meteorological researcher. The proposal notes that they have prepared patents for the first commercial exploitation of the technology, but they wanted the U.S. military to have free use of it first. So this is what's going to happen. The idea is certainly scientifically valid. In the subsequent decades of the technique of triggering the lightning with artificial leaders. Gina, honey, what lightning are you talking about? Lightning is natural. Shoot. Lightning is natural. How am I going to get over there? Right here. This is lightning right here that we're 63,834 lightning strikes in this one region over here in Europe. 63,000. There's no telling how many is over here because they're covering it all up. It's like boom. That's right. Let me get right here. So we're looking at him over here. They have wires with artificial leaders, typically wires towed by the rockets. They have proven valuable for research in both the U.S. and China, but taming the lightning, they want to tame the lightning. It's not easy or simple, and nobody has yet demonstrated the type of barrage that's suggested in the CIA proposal. They want to have a barrage. Do they want to create the plasma apocalypse? They could want to create the plasma apocalypse where the sky opens up, looks like it recedes like a scroll. DARPA laid experience with triggered lightning, and they took the research much farther with Project Nimbus. Operating only dedicated outdoor lightning research center in the U.S., the emphasis was on basic scientific research preventing the lightning strikes. Ironically enough, the latest F-35 Lightning II aircraft has proven to be particularly vulnerable to lightning. What is Project Nimbus, Gina, honey? Well, let's see what it is. Look. It's cloud computing of the Israeli government and its military. That's what it's called now. Project Nimbus and Lightning, Lightning, and Lightning. Can you see this? Laser-guided lightning rods with lasers. Weather modification DARPA project Nimbus Lightning. Pentagon research $5 billion seeks to understand the mechanism. It's a lightning-fast mechanism. You push the square. HARP Project Nimbus. Fire of the Gods Climate Viewer. Switch reviews. Edition on Steam. Nimbus Project Designer. Cipro. Entropy Technology Designs. I'm going to see you. I can go here. You go to DuckDuckGo and you can find this thing right here. This is how you get yourself in TROUBLE. That's right. You can do it. I wanted to see the CIA. They claimed they had no interest in lightning as a weapon. That's what they said. The University of Florida professor Martin Newman told Tampa Bay In 2017, when Doppler ceased the funding for the work, if there were generals having meetings behind our research, we didn't know about it. You didn't know about it? You mean to tell me you didn't know about this when you have, what do you have? Gina, can you get over there? Yeah, when you have the National Mag Lab there in Florida and you don't know about it. The largest powered magnet lab in the world. It's the magnetic field of this was larger than that of CERN. Now China has surpassed this. 25, look, they can retain capabilities in magnetic fields up to 25 Tesla. Let's just see what the magnetic field of the Earth is. What is Earth's magnetic field? How many Tesla? How many Tesla? Earth's magnetic field. Watch it. We're going to find it. Earth's magnetic field ranges between 25 whatever in comparison. I don't even think it's even 1 Tesla. I think we tried to find this before and it did not even add. Okay, look, magnetic sets the record. Look at this. Earth's magnetic field surface is 0.00005 Tesla. The new research magnet edges at the Mag Lab DC field magnet by hair, maintaining a continuous field of 45.5 T. You see Earth's 0.00005. And the Mag Lab is 45.5 T. Yeah. Now, they can, if they disrupt the magnetic field, they got to relocate it. So they can bring it down, but they got to send the magnetic field elsewhere. We got the Mag Lab right here. And how on earth did we get over to that? We was looking at this, the DARPA. They got that. The lack of interest in this weaponized lightning may be because it did not seem feasible. You know it's feasible because lightning was seen as less effective than modern air-launched weapons. Well, it doesn't look less effective at all. It doesn't. Let's get over here. It looks highly effective. If I can get over to the screen that has the lightning, it looks really effective, doesn't it? It does. It looks quite effective. Right here, you can see it. It's like all over the place. So you come over here. It looks really like boom. These are all the lightning strikes. They've been going on continuously. Some days are higher than others, but it's like a constant barrage of lightning strikes. And these are detectors on the ground picking them up, but then they can send them. They can send them back and forth. Is what they can do, just like that. Okay, we got it. Let me flip it back over here. I wanted to get back to, I don't want to do the Mag Lab. Let me get back over here. There are no further mentions of controlled lightning in the CIA archives. Of course there isn't. Oddly enough, though, the promised commercial patents were never published. Of course they weren't. We can't tell whether the idea was dropped. Of course you can't. Or whether it disappeared into some secret black project and the CIA still harbors dreams of a covert arsenal of thunderbolts. Of course they do. Of course they're going to have the thunderbolts. They are. Thunderbolts. So we got the lightning strikes, you all. The global warming is going to have an electrifying effect. The calculation says the lightning increase will be 12% every 1 degree Celsius in warming and roughly a 4-degree rise in temperature, and then boom. Oh, they got brain implants for your depression. Find out the experimental treatment for the people in helping our 6-part newsletter. Electricity saved my brain. Okay. Saved your brain. The lightning surge will have a negative repercussions. The lightning strikes will ignite most natural wildfires, spark the ozone, producing reactions in the lower atmosphere, and it's going to kill, on average, around 50 Americans each year, probably even more. It's going to injure hundreds more. It's going to alter the weather in ways that will become quite noticeable. Currently, about 20 million lightning bolts touch down each year within the continental U.S., and the cloud heats up. As the water condenses, the cloud heats up. It climbs like a hot air balloon, and the ice crystals form, and they collide, and they transfer electric charge like rubber shoes shuffled on a carpet. over time, it just builds up, you all. It's going to romp it up. The researchers applied for their formula to 11 global climate simulations. Look, the researchers' formula successfully predicted 77% of the variability of U.S. lightning strike over the course of the year. Every temperatures. So you're going to see it. Yeah, already. Look, they got the Tel Aviv University. So we have lightning strikes, and they study lightning. You can see them. It's all over the place, and it is going to increase. And I didn't know the CIA wanted to do that, but they're involved in the UFOs also, so it shouldn't seem as any surprise to anybody that they would do that, and that Florida is the lightning capital of the world, since the Mag Lab is there, since DARPA is there, since scientists from all over the world go there, and it's got a magnetic field of 45 Tesla, 0.5, but China has passed them up. So it's a little wild. Suspicious skies. Yeah, they block people from commenting. They do. It's not nice, but that's how it goes here. Gina, can you put yourself back on here? I will put myself back on here, you all. Now this is a rather calmer picture right here. Lightning strikes will surge with climate change. And they're promising you that it will. So I am going to go. It's only 41:41, but it's enough. You know, you learned a lot of stuff here in this short little video, and it was quite interesting. It was. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. This is like, they're not playing. They are not playing with you. It's going to be bigger than that. It is. It's going to surge in ways that we could never imagine. Have a wonderful evening.